hands on the car.
These are moments when cops get overpowered in fights, starting with a suspect who nearly took a female officer's life in front of his own child.
Christina, get in the car. Go, baby, I can't go to jail.
On August 20th, 1997 in Carthage, Texas, a routine traffic stop quickly turned into a nightmare as Officer Michelle Jeter came dangerously close to losing her life. Officer Jeter, who was on patrol, had pulled over a driver for speeding, not knowing that the situation was about to take a violent turn.
Yeah, you can sit there, it's all right. I stopped you for speed. Speed limit's 55. But above that, you can sit right now if you don't mind.
At first, everything seemed normal. Officer Jeter asked the driver to step out of the vehicle and his teenage daughter got out as well. But when she ran his information through dispatch, she discovered he had a prior conviction. Sensing potential danger, she immediately called for backup. But unfortunately, things escalated much faster than she expected.
Put your hands on the car.
Huh?
Put your hands on the car. On that car over there.
What's wrong?
Put your hands on the car.
What's wrong?
K-32, come over here.
What's wrong?
Put your hands on the car.
Christina, get in the car. Go, baby, I can't go to jail. Go, baby, get in the car.
Seeing that Officer Jeter was alone, the suspect made a terrible decision. He knocked her down, leaving her unconscious, all while his young daughter watched. After this, he took off, leaving the injured officer behind. Fortunately, a passerby came across the scene and quickly used the officer's radio to call for backup.
Help, officer down!
Officer Jeter was rushed to the hospital with serious injuries but was later released. The suspect was eventually caught and charged with aggravated assault on a police officer. However, the outcome of his trial isn't widely known. As the female officer in the first case was lucky, maybe the two female officers in our next case won't have the same fate.
Bro, he's got a gun. He's got a gun. I don't. Yes, you do. I don't.
But before that, take a look at this case, where this officer came so close to losing his life.
Yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch.
On October 16th, 2023 in Georgia, an officer pulled over a vehicle for speeding and reckless driving. Everything seemed normal until the officer noticed the driver, Leonard Cure. He was a man who had been exonerated after 16 years of wrongful imprisonment and had only recently been released from prison. Leonard was determined not to go back, willing to do whatever it took to avoid prison. Unaware of his intentions, the officer was just doing his duty, but didn't expect the danger that was about to unfold.
Step out! Get out! Get out! Put your hands back here. I ain't doing shit. Put your damn hands back here. Who are you? Staff Sergeant of the Sheriff's Office. My name is Wade. I don't care. Step to the rear of this vehicle. In the name of who? In the name of the law of the state of Georgia. Step back here now or you're getting tased. I'm going. Watch me now. Put your hands on the back of that truck. Do you see that? Put your hands on the back of that truck. The back of the truck. Both hands. Turn around.
At first, Leonard was behaving calmly, cooperating, and even cracking a few jokes with the officer. But as soon as the officer asked him to turn around and approached to arrest him, his behavior took a drastic turn. Despite multiple requests, Leonard refused to comply with the officer's orders. He was not ready to go back to jail, even if it meant putting the officer's life or his own at risk.
And what? Am I going Hands to jail? Behind your back. Yes, you're going to jail. Hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch. Stay down! Stay down! Stay down!
The threat became so serious that the officer had no choice but to fire his weapon, wounding Leonard Cure. After being struck, Cure was still moving, and paramedics arrived quickly, but unfortunately he couldn't make it. This happened just as he was beginning to rebuild his life after years of unjust imprisonment. The severity of the incident is clear in the dashcam video, which shows Cure, in the midst of the struggle, grabbing the deputy's neck and forcing his head back. Cure's family and legal team have strongly condemned the deputy's actions, arguing that the use of deadly force was both excessive and unwarranted. The tragedy of Cure's death is made even more poignant by the fact that it came so close to the freedom he had fought so hard for. Now take a look at a similar incident, where one of their lives is about to be lost.
Bro, do not move or you are gonna get it. Don't move. Shoot it.
On August 8th, 2024, officers responded to a Houston gas station for a trespassing call. It began as a standard response with polite conversation and cooperation, but was about to escalate into a life-threatening situation. This will show you how quickly a simple situation can take a deadly turn in just a matter of moments.
Hi, folks. Why are we hanging out at the gas station? Do what? You just bought it?
Yeah. Literally like a second ago.
Oh, is it still cold? Oh, okay. So you just got here? Oh, okay. Where you stay at?
Right down the street.
Well, you're not supposed to be loitering neither. You know that? You got your ID with you? No? Okay. Tell you what. I'll just get your information, okay? You ain't got no warrants or nothing like that?
I got man.
Cool. Perfect. All right. What's your name, sir?
Although the man didn't have any ID on him, he provided all his information and identified himself as Edmundo Meza. He answered the officers' questions politely and cooperated as they documented his details. However, things took an unfortunate turn. When the officers ran his information, they discovered that Meza had active warrants, giving them grounds to detain and arrest him.
You ain't got nothing on you ain't supposed to have? Huh? No? You sure?
Yeah.
You know you got some warrants?
I got warrants?
Yeah, you got a few. For what? Looks like tickets. Yeah. For you, yeah.
Huh?
I said yeah for you.
Sorry?
Yeah. Make sure you ain't got no weapons or nothing. I'm gonna put this back in your pocket here, alright? Yeah. Keep your hands where I can see them. Do not move your hands.
I lit.
Put your hand behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Don't move. Bro, he's got a gun. He's got a gun.
I don't.
Yes, you do.
I don't.
Fucking do.
I don't.
Don't. I will shoot you. I will shoot you. Don't you fucking move.
Here comes the unfortunate part. Later reports revealed that Meza actually didn't have any active warrants. It was a complete miscommunication error. Meza calmly tried to explain that he had no warrants, but the situation took a turn when officers conducted a search and found a handgun in his pocket. This immediately escalated the encounter, prompting officers to use force to control him. The fact that Meza had a gun in his possession also heightened concerns for the officers' safety and for their protection. They had the right to pull the trigger if necessary.
Do not move.
What?
Do not move.
Man, put that bitch in my heart. Shoot me.
Bro, do not move or you are gonna get it.
Shoot that move.
Don't move.
Shoot it.
I don't want to shoot it.
Shoot it.
I'm not. Don't you fucking move.
Keep your hands right where they are. Keep it.
You move and I will shoot you. Don't do it, man. Don't fucking do it. Don't fucking do it.
I love that.
Don't fucking do it. Don't fucking move. Give me your hands. Give me your fucking hands. I'm gonna shoot you again. Give me your fucking hands. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Turn over. Turn over.
HPD Officer Jay McGowan, a member of the North Patrol Division since 2013, fired her weapon, striking the suspect once. Officers quickly secured his firearm and provided medical aid until Houston Fire Department paramedics arrived. The suspect was transported to the hospital, where he was later pronounced dead. Officer McGowan was not injured in the incident. As standard protocol, the HPD launched an investigation into the shooting. In our next case, the suspect made a terrible decision by knocking out a peace officer.
What's up, man? What's up? Talk to me. Okay, hey, talk to me.
On February 19th, 2022, a wedding celebration at the Winter Park Event Center took a tragic turn when this big guy made a terrible mistake. Around 9:39 p.m., Winter Park police responded to a 911 call about a disruptive and violent guest at the reception. The caller described the man, later identified as 39-year-old Daniel Knight, as irate and possibly intoxicated, stating that he had shoved 2 people to the ground. Surveillance footage from the venue showed guests escorting Knight out of the ballroom before officers arrived.
I don't give a fuck.
He's okay. He's okay. He's our brother. He's our brother.
Man, that bitch ain't got nothing to do with me.
It's his first wedding.
Shut up.
Back
It's his
up.
first wedding. It's his
Back
first
up.
wedding.
Shut up.
Listen,
Back
it's his
up.
first wedding.
Back up. Back up. Move out of the way. 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 Man, move out of the way. Move out of the way. Move out of the way.
He doesn't have any weapons.
Come here for a second. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here.
Don't you snatch my motherfucking sister.
As the officer tried to speak with Knight, he repeatedly refused to cooperate, and his sister also became a barrier to de-escalation. When the officer attempted to move her aside, Knight completely lost control and engaged in a fight with the officer. His partner immediately called for backup and warned Knight about the taser, but nothing seemed to work. And at that very moment, Knight made the worst mistake anyone could make when dealing with a police officer.
Gotcha. Hold on. Okay, back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. What's up, man? What's up? Talk. Okay, hey, talk to me.
Back now. Put your hands.
As Knight knocked out the first officer, leaving him unconscious, he then turned his aggression toward the second officer, pushing him to the ground and escalating the situation further. Seeing the imminent danger and with no other options left to protect his life, the second officer fired his weapon 7 times, stopping Knight. Within seconds, a large crowd gathered at the scene, and what followed was complete chaos.
Right now. Got one down. We just need this over now. Stay back. Get back. Get over there. Stay back. Get over there. Stay back. Yes, I'm serious. Get back. It's crime. Get back. He punched me in the back of my head. Get back.
Backup officers quickly arrived and took control of the situation. It's unsettling how no one intervened when Knight assaulted multiple people and shoved an elderly woman, yet chaos erupted once things escalated. The family was quick to confront the officers after the incident, but didn't step in before it happened. Meanwhile, the first officer, who was unresponsive, was escorted from the scene by fellow officers.
All right.
I'm taking him to the hospital. Start shot somebody. Start them out on cover choke. You okay?
Yeah, I'm all right.
All right. You sure? I'm just taking him just in case.
You been hit by anything?
Sarge said
The dude hit me, man.
Hit you with
He punched me out, man. He punched me out.
Okay.
No, you're going on the front.
You need to make sure he's okay. I know this. I'm working. All right.
I'm just gonna run right to the
Can you breathe?
Yeah, I can breathe, man.
Okay, just feeling a little dizzy, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna be okay though.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
No. Go. Hurry up. We'll get there.
Other officers administered CPR, but Daniel Knight did not survive. The 2 Winter Park police officers were checked out. The officer who fired was placed on administrative leave, while the other, who had been knocked unconscious, received medical attention. The Orange Osceola State Attorney's Office reviewed the incident and found the use of force justified under Florida law with no criminal charges filed. Despite this, Daniel Knight's family filed a lawsuit against the city of Winter Park, claiming the officers failed to de-escalate and used excessive, unjustified, deadly force. Next, you'll see how a disabled man in a wheelchair managed to disarm an officer and overpower him, almost taking his life. But before that, take a look at this case, where a suspect tased 2 officers with their own tasers.
Shit! Don't grab my f***ing car!
On October 20th, 2024, in Phoenix, Arizona, officers responded to a trespassing call at a local business late at night. What seemed like a routine situation was about to take a deadly turn, almost costing the lives of 2 officers.
No, but he got the checkers. Oh. Oh, cool. And you want to trespass? I think so. Think so? Okay.
Upon arrival, officers spoke with an employee who confirmed she wanted the man removed from the premises. However, the man was hiding somewhere in the store, armed with a large knife, which immediately heightened the officer's sense of danger and raised tensions from the start.
I don't know why you keep walking away.
Said he has a knife on his belt. FYI.
Huh?
Is he just
Oh, this should be fun.
Oh, he's walking out the back. Did he steal anything, or? The guy on the cover now, read the additional minutes. Hispanic male, black hair wrapping over his head, black and white checkered shirt.
Hey! Hey, please!
Stop!
Officers found the man in the stockroom, and despite their commands, he climbed onto a built-in freezer. However, due to his size, he was easily visible. At this point, both officers aimed their tasers at him, but as he began to climb down, they quickly realized he wasn't going to be caught so easily.
Stop it!
The female officer locked his legs to prevent him from running, while the male officer fought for his life, facing the suspect armed with the knife. The male officer deployed a taser, but it had no effect, only enraging the suspect further, making him more violent. As the 2 officers struggled to subdue him, a security guard joined the fight, but it still wasn't enough to control the man.
Okay, don't touch me!
I'm done.
Stay down,
Stop grabbing my hand!
Stay down.
Stop grabbing my hand!
I'm gonna punch you in the face!
Stop it!
Down, please, stop.
Give us your hand! Let go of my hand! Shit! Don't grab my taser!
Okay. Right here, stop! I'm gonna shoot you in the face!
Not just you, Mary.
The female officer retrieved her partner's taser and used it on the suspect, but he managed to grab the weapon and fire it, shocking both officers. In response, the male officer drew his firearm and fired, injuring the suspect. Backup officers arrived moments later and administered medical aid until the fire department arrived. The suspect, identified as 31-year-old Essex Jackson, lost his life at the scene. Both officers were transported to the hospital for evaluation and were later released that night. Now, you'll see how this disabled man almost took the officer's life. On October 26th, 2021, what seemed like a routine inmate transfer took a dangerous turn when this man in a wheelchair managed to disarm a correctional officer, leading to a shootout. The video shows an officer preparing to move the inmate from a transport vehicle into the courthouse. However, the officer made a critical mistake, removing the inmate's restraints before he was fully secured in the wheelchair, a decision that would soon come at a heavy price. As soon as the officer bent down to place the inmate's legs, the man noticed the gun on the officer's utility belt and quickly devised an escape plan. Despite his disability, his immense willpower was much more than enough to crush the officer under it. At that point, when the officer seemed to accept his fate, his fellow officer appeared like an angel to rescue him, firing his weapon. The man, later identified as 55-year-old Frederick Goss, was injured in the shooting and taken to the hospital where he survived. The correctional officer sustained minor injuries. Frederick Goss faced charges including aggravated discharge of a firearm, disarming a correctional institution employee, and attempted escape, ultimately facing an 84-year prison sentence. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, please subscribe to my channel and check out the latest videos by clicking either of these two.